I'm your weather girl, and have I got news for you. You better listen, all you lonely women. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Tall, something, short, rich. Hell, I can't find one. I'm too old anyway. 58 years old. Like can you say old maid? Actually, I'm not an old maid. I'm a divorced woman. I shall never love again. I shall never. I don't want to. I did that already. I told you all about that. Well, I'm trapped in the car in the pouring rain at McDonald's in Muskogee Land. And I'm telling you, sometimes we'll get the end of August, early September, we'll get hurricanes that will drift up here. And it'll do this, for days. But this wasn't a hurricane. This was like a very, very strong cold front. I don't know. There's something wrong. And my mind keeps going back to that book. I actually have it. The Global Superstorm by Whitley Strieber. I think I bought it. I think it came out I don't know, 25 years ago. It's been about 25 years. And he warned that, girl, when these like the what do you call it, the Great Conveyor, the Gulf Stream, all that stuff, when that shuts down, girl, you better listen. Game over. I don't know. I just don't. I really don't know. I don't know what to expect. I guess I have no control over it, so I shouldn't worry about it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in Canada. That's all I'm going to say on that subject. But yeah, it's been like this for, I'm going to say 4 days. And what's so bad about it is it went from being, like 96 degrees, and the heat index was like well over 100. It was like 110 because it's so humid here. People don't realize Oklahoma, the what is it called, gradation from west to east, you can go 40, 50 miles and be basically in a different climate. The rainfall pattern. So the eastern part of Oklahoma, we get downpours bad, except during the Dust Bowl. Now that's a whole other story. That's why all those Okies migrated to California. I'm an Okie from Muskogee, migrating to California. No, I already did that. And I do miss the desert. I miss Lake Havasu, and I did. I thought it was so cool to sit at Starbucks, literally, and look across the river. It's not the Rio Grande, but it's Colorado River. And you could see California in the distance. You could see the mountains, the other side of the, river. They even had a riverboat or something that would take, you'd have to pay for it. It would take you from the Arizona side over to the casino on the California side. So I never did that. I didn't want to spend the money. Isn't that funny how I remember stuff like that? I remember a lot of things about Lake Havasu. But it is beautiful during winter. Oh my God. It's just, you have maybe about 2 or 3 weeks of kind of chilly weather. And that's it. It's just heaven. So I did enjoy living in Lake Havasu during the winter. Now the summer, I wasn't there, but it's toasty. I don't know. That lake is busy. Lake Havasu is like a mecca for people in boats and all this stuff. People come over from, all over Arizona, California. I don't know. And then, I told you I've been to, Las Vegas. I did like Las Vegas. I did like it. So it's kind of secluded. I remember that hotel we stayed at. It was the let me think. Let me think for give me a moment. Give me a moment to put my thinking cap on. It wasn't the Luxor. It was a it was it wasn't Circus. What was it? I don't remember what it was. It was a themed hotel. Oh God, I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. Oh, wait a minute. It's coming back to me now. See, this is proof I've recovered. It was the medieval themed hotel. Like and subscribe and tell me in the comments what hotel is that. It was medieval everything. Oh my God, I remember staying there. Oh my God. What was interesting though? I didn't gamble. I didn't do anything. I drank because I was an alcoholic. She's an alcoholic. Poor Tony. Oh my God, having to deal with that. Oh God. I didn't want to think about it. But we did, what was the state park? It was near Las Vegas, and I can't think of the name of it. Red Rocks or something. Now that was very, very interesting. I remember going to see that. And we went hiking and all this stuff. You know, of course I don't want to do that now. Did you hear the rain? It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. Yeah, we're back to that. Oh my God. Hell gone take me away. What is today? My time is moving very, very slow. I think that's a part of recovery. Is I'm aware of how slow I swear to God, 4.5 years, it was like time stopped or there was no time or something. I don't see how I survived it all, but I did. Of course, you know, I told you who helped me through it all was my sister. And we talked about that yesterday. So we won't talk about her today. I'm sure let me paint a picture. I'm sure she's playing on her phone right now, sitting on the couch at her lake house, smoking a cigarette, creeping on Facebook. I'm sure that's what she's doing. And she'll get up and clean and go back to doing that. I was living there, and this was in the afternoon, and I guess she started getting in this habit of taking her little naps in the afternoon. I said, what are you doing? Why do you have your blankie with you taking a nap? Shouldn't you be out doing something? I like that. She didn't like it. She didn't like it when I was shoplifting at Walmart in Chicota. I told you all about that. You should see the look on her face. When she realized what I was doing, it wasn't my fault though. I was out to lunch. I didn't know what I was doing. I just put them in a bag and walked out. Cookies and cakes and, I don't know, whiskey and all. Wine, it was wine. I don't know what I don't even remember what I was doing. It was just crazy. I just remember her yelling at Mark, just drive, just drive, just drive. You see him coming out. Hello, ma'am. Did you shoplift? Can you imagine her being busted at Walmart for shoplifting? Because they would think, well, you were with him, so you probably knew about it, so you're a accomplice. That's probably what she thought. She probably thought, well, he was in there with me, so they'd arrest me, is what she thought. Poor Laurie, she's just been through hell. Oh my God! And then she has to, you know, she's there with Laura and Yvette, the Bobbsey twins. That's a whole other thing. And you know, I take my brother to work every morning. So you know, and I told him again today, he's lucky at 64 to have a job with the city. I mean, I just don't see how he lucked out on that. Because even these little Gen Zs, they can't get a job. Nobody can. What job? Nobody has a job anymore. AI took over. You think it's bad now? Just wait a couple of years. Not even that. Just wait. That's why I'm building up my show. And I'm launching the Bear Queen line of, stuff. Just expensive things. Expensive French things. Like, absolutely fabulous. You can be absolutely fabulous in Muskogee Land. But no, I'm not going to talk about Santa Fe. I'm going to table that. It's not good. I can't sit and fantasize about that apartment. I got to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So I guess I'll wrap it up. I think the rain's stopping. And I need a cup of coffee. And I need to get off here. I hope you all have a wonderful, what is today, Thursday? I don't know. Keep your wigs on straight. Let me think of something. This is the end, so you have to listen. Keep your wigs on straight and don't throw anyone under the bus unless you have to live with the Bobbsey twins at the lake house. Bye-bye.